I'm Bruce Cameron, the vacancy pastor at Ebenezer Lutheran Church in St. Louis, and our Pilgrim song for today is Psalm 126. When the Lord brought back the captives to Zion, back to the promised land, to Jerusalem. When the Lord brought back the captives to Zion, we were like men who dreamed. And the word to bring us back, to restore us, this time refers to a very specific return, because the great tragedy in Old Testament history was when, after bringing the nation of Israel into their land, into their kingdom, their home, their capital city, the temple, their place of worship, the Lord came against them with judgment for their injustice, their violence, their unfaithfulness to Him, and their treatment of each other. He gave Babylon the victory over Jerusalem. And then 70 years later, He brought back the exiles, the captives. He brought them back to Zion. And when the Lord brought back the captive to Zion, we were like men who dreamed. Our mouths were filled with laughter, our tongues with joy. It was said among the nations, the Lord has done great things for them. And just as Martin Luther, following Paul, could say that all of us can say that we went through the Red Sea. The waters parted for us, that we went through the waters of baptism, the water of the Lord pouring His Spirit on us, that story of the Red Sea is our story. So for the centuries after Babylon, God's people could all say that we were restored. It's the same word that we have in the 23rd Psalm, that the Lord restores our soul. He returns us to a life to Himself. He returns us to where we should be, under His care. The Lord has done great things for us, and we are filled with joy. And the psalm asks the Lord to keep restoring us. Restore our fortunes, O Lord, like streams in the desert, in the streams in the Negev, which is the desert region down south in Israel, where you have waterbeds that are usually dry. But then a rainfall comes, and there is a stream of water. Let that be us, people who are normally dry, but now can have the living water that we need. Restore our fortunes, O Lord, like the streams in the desert. The psalm speaks to us who need to be restored like that, and it speaks in words of promise that the Lord will do things, that those who sow in tears will reap in songs of joy, that those who go out weeping, carrying seed to sow, will return with songs of joy, carrying their sheaves with them. It's a promise for those who weep that there will be rejoicing. Jesus Himself said it. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. They will be. And the book of Revelation has that promise that those who come out of this great tribulation of this world stand before the throne of God, and that the one who sits on the throne will spread His tent over them, and the Lamb at the center of the throne will be their shepherd and lead them to springs of living water, and God will wipe away every tear from their eyes. I have said from time to time that there are tears that I do not know how the Lord wipes them away. But he does. He knows. And he wills. He will. He promises to wipe those tears away. He cried the tears as well with us and on his own behalf. But his final word for us is a word of promise, not only of peace, the great peace and contentment, like a puppy or a kitten taking a nap. They're at peace. But it's the kind of peace that overflows with joy and even laughter. The Lord has done great things for us, and we are filled with joy. That when the Lord has restored us, our mouths were filled with laughter and our tongues with joy. And it's said, the Lord has done great things for them, for us. That those who go out weeping, carrying seeds to sow, will return with joy, carrying the harvest with them. It's a promise. It's a promise that in place of the weeping, the Lord himself brings us to joy. In his name, amen.